Hello guys, this is Wildcast here with another video. This video I'm going to be showing you what football cards you should get and a little football card review. Football cards, what's cool about them, even though you just collect and trade them, if you get better cards as they get old, you can sell them. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it is. Heck yeah, it is. You can make millions of dollars if you have millions of old football cards. So yeah. Another thing you can do, if you don't want a football card, you can make it as art by cutting them up and then, just cutting, putting the colorful pieces on a piece of paper. That's fine too. So, for instance, I'm going to teach you the cards you should get as a starter. So, you should have a deck probably like this, probably like 2 to 3 inches thick, like probably this thick. So, for starters. So, one card you should have is, there's different kinds of cards. There's like just the regular cards and like the special ones, like, these usually stand for good players. So you should probably have probably at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, let's see, yeah. So, yeah, I think 4 is pretty much a good number. So, at least probably have 4 of these. Like, I'm going to pull up the 4 I have. There. Sorry. Sorry, there's this black shade. If you see a black shade, sorry, it's my camera. So, yeah, these are my main, these are like one of the best football cards you can possibly get, which are the blue ones. So yeah, just buy a random deck that's like 3 inches long. I suggest you don't need anything specific. Then you can start picking out cards that you need and want. Other cards you can trade back. So, I mean, the main goal is to have one of every team, one good player on each team. Probably except the Clevelands because, they're not that good. So you also need some football tactics in your head. You also need to look at the year, what they play, their team, if they're good, Like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's see. So, I'm going to use Von Miller. So, he's from the Broncos. Sorry, I don't think it... So, yeah, it's on November 11th. He's pretty good. He, let's see, 50 MVP performance and kept adding to his league after the big game. Entering the 2016 campaign, All-Pro pass rusher was named by Pro Football Focus as the Broncos' best player over the previous decade. So, he's pretty good. He is a LB Broncos team. This is the card, if you're wondering. It's his name down here. Von Miller. So he's a pretty good football player card. So you probably want this one then. Then you'll be good. So now, another card you should get is Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are pretty good. They, so the Kansas City was pretty good, but it was kind of up and down. They were good, they weren't, they weren't, they weren't, then they weren't, they weren't, then they weren't, yeah. But the pattern goes on. But in certain cases, depending what player you get, that's the one you want. So Jamaal Charles, coming off in his third consecutive season with 1,000 rushing yards, Charles nearly unstoppable during the early parts of 2015. The Chiefs' all-time leading rusher accounted for 103 yards from scrimmage in the team's season opener. He then topped 100 rushing yards for the first time on the week later versus Denver. So that's pretty good. Denver's a good team. He's made lots of rushes for the first time, 100 in the first time. That's pretty good. So you would want this. Sam Jamal Charles. So yeah, so yeah. Also, here's